Martinique's story begins long before European ships reached its shores. This island, a jewel in the Caribbean archipelago, holds tales of ancient peoples. The first known inhabitants were the Arawak peoples, arriving around 100 CE from the Orinoco River basin. They called the island Madinina or Juanaquera, meaning island of flowers or island of iguanas. Skilled farmers and fishers, they lived in harmony with the tropical environment. Around the 10th or 11th century, the Carib peoples, known as the Kalinago, arrived. More militaristic, they gradually displaced or assimilated the Arawak population. Carib men were renowned warriors and skilled seafarers, crafting impressive dugout canoes. Their society was structured around warfare and seafaring. They fiercely defended their territories, a trait that would define the early colonial period. Understanding their resilience provides context for the dramatic changes that were to come with the arrival of Europeans. Their story is one of adaptation and survival in a vibrant yet challenging island world. The year 1635 marked a profound turning point for Martinique. French settlers, led by Pierre Belin des Nambucq, landed on the island, beginning French colonization. The indigenous Carib population resisted this intrusion but were gradually pushed back. The French quickly recognized Martinique's agricultural potential, focusing on sugarcane. To cultivate sugarcane on a large scale, they turned to the brutal system of enslaved African labor. The establishment of the plantation economy transformed Martinique's landscape. Forests were cleared for vast sugarcane fields, and sugar mills were constructed. The wealth generated by these plantations was enormous but came at an unimaginable human cost. The system relied entirely on the forced labor of enslaved Africans. The French colonial administration solidified its control, with Fort Royal becoming the administrative capital. Society became rigidly hierarchical, with a small elite of white plantation owners and colonial officials holding all the power. At the very bottom were the enslaved Africans, whose lives were defined by forced labor, violence, and the denial of basic human rights. The engine of Martinique's colonial economy was slavery. Millions of Africans were forcibly captured and transported across the Atlantic Ocean in horrific conditions. Those who survived were sold into bondage on islands like Martinique. Their lives were characterized by relentless labor on sugar, coffee, and indigo plantations. The Haitian Revolution, which began in 1791, demonstrated that enslaved people could overthrow their oppressors. Finally, on April 27, 1848, the Second French Republic decreed the abolition of slavery in all its colonies. The legacy of slavery continues to shape Martinique's social, economic, and racial dynamics. On May 8, 1902, Mount Pelée erupted violently, devastating Saint-Pierre. Nearly all of its 30,000 inhabitants perished, marking one of the deadliest volcanic eruptions in recorded history. The Mount Pelée disaster had profound consequences, shifting the island's economic and administrative center to Fort-de-France. Amidst the challenges of the post-slavery era and the aftermath of natural disasters, a distinct Creole identity flourished. This identity was a rich blend of African, European, and Caribbean influences. The Creole language, a French-based patois, became a powerful symbol of this unique cultural heritage. A pivotal figure in the articulation of this Creole consciousness was Aimé Césaire, a poet, playwright, and politician. Césaire co-founded the Negritude movement, celebrating black identity and culture while rejecting colonial assimilation. His work had a profound impact on Martinique and the wider black diaspora, becoming a leading voice for cultural pride and political empowerment. In 1946, Martinique became an overseas department of France. This granted French citizenship and brought social services, education, and infrastructure to the island. The implications of this change are still debated today. Martinique is part of the European Union, using the euro. French laws apply, and the island receives substantial financial support. This support helps maintain a high standard of living but raises questions about self-sufficiency. Culturally, Martinique is vibrant, with a strong Creole heritage. Music and carnival are vital parts of island life. The cuisine is a fusion of French, African, and Caribbean flavors. There is a movement to preserve the Creole language and culture. The political landscape features ongoing discussions about the island's future. Some advocate for greater autonomy, while others call for independence. These debates reflect different visions for Martinique's development. Economic justice, cultural preservation, and environmental protection are central issues. Martinique's journey is one of resilience, adaptation, and the quest for self-determination.